Howdy everyone, Pete Daddy here, and today I wanted to give you guys a detailed review of FUT ShapeShifters Richarlison. I think a lot of us had our eyes on this card when he first came out because he looks like an absolute filthy monster. Just amazing stats from top to bottom, but the question is he worth the price? He is very, very expensive. Let's see what he's going for on the market right at the moment. Last I looked was about 1.3 million. There's 1.4. 1,350, 1,330, so over 1.3 million coins if you want to bring them into your team. So I guess first, let me just start off by saying I'm going to be a little bit more critical of him because of his price. If he was 200,000, 300,000, I might be a little bit more lenient on certain things. But when you spend that much on a card, you're expecting just amazing results, top end, top notch level stuff, because there's a lot of things you could do with that many coins. So I guess first off, let me just look at his stats. I played 5 weekend league games with him. He had 7 goals and 2 assists, so not too bad goal contributions there. And if you look at those stats, you'd think, oh, he must have played pretty well. But I guess let me just go ahead and spoil it for you. I don't think he's worth the money. And there's going to be several things we'll get into. And part of it could be I didn't have the greatest gameplay. I played 3 games with him last night and not the greatest gameplay. And then I played 2 games with him this morning. So I kind of wanted to shake it up a little bit. And he did play a little bit better this morning, or maybe it's me getting used to him, or it may have been the gameplay. But unfortunately, one of the things we do have to take into account into FIFA 20 when we look at any player is how do they play in poor gameplay. And I just didn't feel as much from him in there. Even though he did get lots of goal contributions, he scored in every single game. His assists, I mean, his passing was okay, but the assists are more from just kind of like providing tap ins more than anything. And we'll get to that in a minute. I guess as far as his strengths, he is 5-star weak foot. So, I mean, that's one of the huge things I look for. I love that work rate, high, medium for an attacker. You want someone that's going to really work on the attacking side, maybe do a little bit of defensive work, but you don't want them coming all the way back. You want them up there ready to attack, put goals in. Another thing I really liked about him when he's going up against weak defenders, I guess let me just stop right there. Some of the things I like about him are also the things I hate about him. I guess it's kind of a weird thing to say, but when he's going up against weak defenders, he is very strong. Like he just feels really strong on the ball. They don't push him off. But when he goes up against strong defenders, it feels like he gets muscled off the ball really easy. He just gets bodied and gets shoved. And we went up against a 85 cam Laurent Blanc, and Blanc's a physical monster in the game, 6'4", big and strong. And I don't know if it's where I did put an engine on Richarlison. I felt like that was the best because his main shooting stats are already 90, attack position 94, finishing 94, shot power 95. So I didn't think that needed enough of a boost. I'm not as worried about long shots, volleys, and penalties. So this gave him some pace boost, boosted his passing, but what I was most interested in, boost that agility and balance a little bit. So I don't know if it's where his base balance is at 80. I mean, it gets boosted to 90 with the Engine Chem Style, but it just felt like he got shoved off the ball too easily, and I wasn't super happy with his dribbling. So that was a little bit of a shock to me. I thought he'd be a little bit stronger against some of those guys, not get shoved off as well. But when he was going up against a weaker defender, a normal defender, maybe more like Sergio Ramos or Varane or someone like that, he felt strong in the ball. But against those really strong defenders, he did get shoved off the ball, did get bodied off the ball. And another good thing, he did have moments of brilliance, but again, he didn't have enough moments of brilliance to justify the price tag. So let's just get right into the clips. Let's get into the video. I've got some game footage of what he did for us. And so again, played 5 weekend league matches with him. So let me just get this going right here. The first thing you're going to see, he's going to miss a nice chance, but it's going to lead to something pretty cool. So he gets the ball right there. I believe that's Ter Stegen. It looks like just makes an epic save. Yes, Ter Stegen. So now we get a corner. We're in our 13th minute of our first, actually 14th minute of our very first match with Richarlison. I'm going, oh my God, this dude is absolutely insane. What a filthy monster. My gosh. And so, watch this replay of it right here in just a second. Just watch him putting his head on the ball. And I'm like, my gosh, I've scored maybe 3 header goals all year. And in the 14th minute, Richarlison just freaking buries one. I'm like, holy hell, this dude's a monster. But that never happened again. And he had several chances. Other than that, it was pretty much all of the normal corner to header stuff. He does have really good heading accuracy. I want to say it's in the 90s. I've got it up right here. Let me just check. Heading accuracy 97, jumping 89. So very, very strong heading. So he is capable of doing something like that, but it did not happen often. But I was certainly excited once that did happen. So monstrous, monstrous header right there from the corner. And let's see what we end up with right here. So here's one, kind of what I'm talking about. And again, in these first couple games, I didn't have great gameplay, but we do need to judge players on this. And so you'll see here, he receives the ball, and I do kind of push him out wide a little bit, but he shoots the ball just way too far for my liking. Some of my players I don't feel like would have done this. Like I don't think Lautaro or Dries Mertens would have done this. I mean, you can never say that for sure. But just watch how far he pushes the ball away from him, and now he's not in a good position to score. And it just didn't push it to my liking. And again, this could be user error. Everything can be user error, but I'm playing the same way. I played tons of FIFA, so just letting you know how I feel from him. So that was one where I just didn't feel like he controlled the ball well for me. And let's see what this one is. I think this may be another one where he doesn't control the ball the way I was hoping he would. So we've got Richarlison on the ball. Yeah, let me back that up. This one's a little subtle, and a lot of things in FIFA are very subtle. I'd forgotten which one this is. All right, so this is perfect. Watch here. Richarlison's getting ready to receive the ball in the middle of the pitch, and you'll see I've got a ton of space that I'll be able to attack. The defending of my opponent was not great. He kind of got out of position, and I wanted to just kind of take off with Richarlison and get in on net. But he takes forever to get going. So just watch this. He receives the ball at his feet, and he just kind of is slow and just does not get going, and it allows my opponent time to recover. So he just was a little slow on the ball, didn't get going. It took him a little bit of time to gather himself, and that's the type of stuff we see in the poor gameplay, but it'd be nice. I feel like Mertens would have taken off with the ball. I felt like a Neymar would have taken off with the ball. A Messi, someone like that would have already taken off with the ball. And not that you get lead to a goal, but you certainly would have had a nice scoring chance versus just getting it blocked by the defender recovering. And then he gets it back again, but it just gets blocked there. So that was the end of that chance. So then we're into our next game. So there's a nice setup from Heung-min Son and Richarlison. 5-star weak foot does pay off a lot. It's nice that you can just bury it with the left foot or the right foot. So it was a nice pass and nice finish from Richarlison there. And then here's one really nice. This is what I was talking about on his hold-up play. So it looks like he's got Ramos on his back, I believe is what it is. And so he really holds the ball up from Ramos. Ramos is not getting through him. Ends up setting up a really nice chance to Kaká. And I guess let me back that up. I should have meant to bring this up earlier. I did not like Kaká at all. I don't know how many of you guys have played with him, but for such an epic player in real life, he just did not translate to FIFA, at least for me in these games. He only had 2 assists, 0 goals for me in those 5 games and playing in a central cam role. So I was pretty disappointed with Kaká too. So that's just kind of an aside there. So here we go, bringing the ball up. Richarlison. Yeah, there was another one. Let me back this one up. Again, some of these things are subtle, and these are still in the games with not the greatest gameplay. But Richarlison's going to receive the ball, and he doesn't receive it well. He kind of shoots it in front of him and allows for my opponent to take it back. So here, I mean, I'm not saying he's getting it in the greatest spot in the world, but if he would have controlled the ball, what I'm trying to do is control the ball and bring it back out a little and move back around into goal. But the ball just skips off his feet right into the defender, and now our chance is gone. And again, for a 200,000 player, you maybe could let that go, but for a 1.3 million coin player, you just need them to do that little bit extra. You need them to be like a Messi or a Neymar or something like that, because I mean, even at this point, you can buy Neymar, I think, for 500,000 or 600,000 coins now. So 1.3 million coins is a lot to put into a player at this stage of the game. Let's see what we got going on here. We got a nice pass up the wing. Kaká over to Richarlison and buries it again with his left foot. I do think he is a strong-footed right foot. I'm pretty sure his left is his weak foot, but he buries it either foot. He does feel like a true 5-star weak foot player. Let me just double check he is right-footed. I believe he is. Yeah, he is right-footed, but he buries a ton with his left foot. So there, he just gets it, buries it. When he gets in those positions, he does bury those chances for us. So then we've got Richarlison controlling the ball, pass over to Kaká, And then Richarlison with the miss. So there's a couple different times he had really good chances that he did miss. There was a nice opportunity to give us the lead in the game, and he could not bury it. Then we get one here. Then that one he rings right off the post. I think this was still in my poor gameplay time. Like I said, I played a couple more this morning just to kind of get a different feature with them. But that one was a filthy goal. You do start getting used to him a little bit and getting a little bit more out of him, but again, still, in my opinion, not worth the 1.3 million. But let's watch this goal. This was one of the prettiest goals we had with Richarlison. So just able to control the ball. Now here was some nice tight dribbling, working in and out, and then left-footed finesse shot and just buried it like that. So that was a really pretty goal. And I think here just another replay of the goal. Beautiful, and yeah, just left-footed finesse shot, banging in the goal. So that was beautiful. And here we go again on the break. Richarlison making a nice run. Yeah, this one, that's a beautiful pass to Hudson-Odoi, right back to Richarlison and buries it. So the thing I like the most about this goal is Richarlison's pass to Hudson-Odoi. It was really pretty. It goes around the defender right to Hudson-Odoi. And then, the tap in is easy, but that getting out on the break, making that pass, that was a really, really strong play. But now we are down a goal. Can Richarlison bury it for us? We've got a 1.3 million coin player. Let me back that one up just a second. We're down one goal. We've got our 1.3 million coin player. Makes a nice turn right in on goal. He's going to bury it. And no, he misses. We do end up, this is one of Richarlison's 2 assists. I just wanted to show you this. It's just from a set play that we do end up tying this game, but I just wanted you to see what assist he did get. It was nothing super special about his assist, so we just ran that little set play there and did bury it and send it. I think we did end up winning that game in extra time. Our opponent had gotten a red card. And I didn't get great results with this team. I think I only went 3 wins and 2 losses, which is not good for me. I was a little disappointed with them, especially I've been playing pretty well with my other Serie A team with Lautaro and Dries Mertens. So just did not get the good results and just did not feel nearly as good at that team that's a lot cheaper. So there's another one, Richarlison with a great chance. Could not bury it. Let me back that one up just a second because I was jibber-jabbering a little bit. But here we get a nice pass, nice run, but boom, just right into, looks like Ter Stegen from here. Let's see what we end up with on this one. So this is a really nice goal too. So again, you start getting used to him. He's someone that maybe takes a little bit of time to get used to what all he can do, but just a nice turn from Richarlison and then just roofs that one. I mean, that was a beautiful goal. So he does have some moments of brilliance, just not enough moments of brilliance for my liking, or compared to other players you can get in that price range, I would say, or even cheaper. Let's see what we've got going on here. We're down a goal. Now, this is one where he does come up clutch. I'll just go ahead and spoil it for you. So here, he's dribbling around. He draws the foul. We're in the 90th minute. We're in stoppage time. Are we going to let Callum Hudson-Odoi, our free future stars, untradeable player, take the free kick? Nah. We've got Richarlison on the team. Let's see what Richarlison can do as a free kick taker. So get ready, see if he can bury this goal, and boom, Richarlison does bury a free kick. So he does have that in his locker. He is able to bury free kicks for you as well. So that's something that can help out. It's not the greatest free kick stats in the world, but there's, as you can see there, when you're in that good position, certainly can bury goals with them. So he brought us that. So he did have that moment of brilliance there to bury that one for us, to send it to extra time and give us the chance. Just for me, not quite enough. So let's just get back over here to him. So again, for me, it's not worth the 1.3 million coins. And I'm kind of sad because I love Richarlison in FIFA 19, but heading was a little bit more important there. So you could bury some headers with him as well. And he just seems super smooth on the ball. He doesn't seem nearly as smooth on the ball this year. So I was really disappointed with that. And again, I'll just show you again, Kaká in 5 games had 2 assists. I mean, that is terrible from that central cam position. Like when I played Dries Mertens there, like let me just see my weekend league stats with Dries Mertens. And 14 games of weekend league when I was playing with Dries Mertens, he had 10 goals and 16 assists. So 26 goal shares in 14 games. And then Kaká only got 2 and 5. So playing that same position. So it was a little bit disappointing from that standpoint. I thought Kaká would be absolutely insane in game, but he did not play well for me either. So anyway, let me show you what I would do if I was interested in someone like Richarlison. Now, of course, links are going to be an issue, but I'll show you a player that I think is as good or better than Richarlison, and that's Shapeshifter Atal. We played with him in a match earlier. Played with him as his right back version. I played with him on my main team. Played with this one some here. I think I even had a draft with him. This card is absolutely insane, and he's also 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, high, medium. And he just feels a lot smoother on the ball, in my opinion. I guess let me just compare their stats. So Atal has more pace, less shooting, less passing, same dribbling, more defense, and a little less physical. So Richarlison, top to bottom, has a few more stats. Now, it's nice. Atal already has the pace, so you don't really need to boost that at all. So Atal's base pace is 97, 93. So when we put something like a sniper on him and he is on 10 chemistry, he's going to have agility of 99, balance of 97. And I've preached this time and time and time again. In FIFA 20, agility is almost the most important stat. I mean, that and balance. I mean, you can get by a little bit with players with low balance, but when they get hit, they do get shoved off the ball. So agility and balance are so important. So for me, for my money, and I guess let's just see what is Atal going for at this point. Atal, let's see, 420. Let's see, 403, 395. So for almost 1,000,000 coins cheaper, you can get this Atal into your team. And I know you might say, well, you can't link Atal as well as Richarlison. Richarlison's Premier League, he's Brazilian, but there are some monstrous League One cards. And I was working on a team around League One cards. Let me see if I can find that one. Is it this one? Yeah, I think it was this one. So, I mean, there are just some really monster League One cards. Like there's Ben Yedder. You can buy the Ben Yedder 87 one to watch card for, I think, 300,000 coins. We just looked at the Atal that was a little bit under 400,000 coins. You can still get this Osimhen for free. This Akone is a monstrous card. Awar is a really strong card. There's also that Cyprian from the league-wide SBC. So there's tons of ways that you could still link this card. And I think this would be as monstrous of a team as about anything you could assemble right now. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to give you my thoughts about that FUT ShapeShifters Richarlison. For me, he's just not worth that many coins. He did have some moments of brilliance, just not quite as epic as I was hoping he would be. When you look at his stats, you just thought he'd be an absolute filthy monster, and there are times he was, but not enough. Too many times that he was non-existent in the game. He was a little bit heavy, a little bit weak. Just not quite where you think he should be. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to give me a big thumbs up if you liked it. Make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me everywhere. But I'll see you guys soon. Bye.